Alright, hang on, let me get comfortable here. Black me. What a day. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Saturday night football review for round 18 of the 2022 NRL season. Obviously, I got to keep the volume down. It is fucking 12:09 a.m. I am extremely tired. I just got back from the Gold Coast. If you guys didn't know, I was up there for the Titans and Broncos game tonight up at the Seabar Super Stadium. I am extremely buggered. Drove back, got back here about 11:45 or whatever the fucking time was. It's now, 12:09, so I'm not going to be on here for a very long time. It's going to be a pretty short review on Super Saturday for tonight, but hello everyone in the chat. I know it's a fairly unnoticed review. I did say I was going to go live around midnight, and that's what I'm doing. We've got four people in the chat, so it's good to see a few people here. But we're going to talk about Super Saturday, just a quick brief of what happened, and a lot of crazy outcomes today, and the scorelines. The Roosters over the Dragons, 54 points to 26. A very surprising result. I didn't expect it to be that big of a scoreline, especially 54-26. Bit of a surprise scoreline there. Manly over Newcastle. What was that one? 42-12. Manly, I thought they were very good. Manly, very dominant performance from them. And then the Titans and the Broncos, which was closer than anybody would have expected. Everybody said Brisbane by 20 to 30 to 50, whatever. I had them by 26. I was way off. But I got the prediction right with the Broncos winning, so that was good. But what we'll do, let me just grab my phone here. I know the quality of this live stream is not great, but it's 12:11 in the morning. Who gives a fuck? I just want to do a quick review on the games. I did see a fair bit of the first game. Who's this in the chat here? Someone has come up in the chat. I think it was King Alexander. Hope you're well, mate. All right, Roosters 54, Dragons 20 from the Central Coast Stadium. First try of the game went to Victor Radley. Victor Radley went straight through the middle there. That was a really good try from Victor. The inflictor. What was it, 6-0 Roosters or whatever? Then there was a try to Joseph Manu. 12-0 Roosters. Dragons hit one back there for Ben Hunt. Roosters 12-6. Hello, Zenpai. Hope you're well, mate. Ben Hunt went over and scored for the Drags. It was, 12-6 Roosters at that point. Then Zach Lomax went over and got a try himself. 12-12. There was a penalty goal on half-time, I believe, from the Dragons, which got him up 14-12 at the break. Second half started. Connor Watson got over for a try there. Bit of a surprise to see Connor Watson. I don't think he scored a try for the Roosters. Connor Watson went over. Roosters back in front, 18-14 or something. And then Marnie went over for his double. What was it, 22-14 or some fucking shit. And then who scored after that one? Figai got one back for the Drags, 22-20, or 24-20, I think it was. And then Sam Walker went over, 32-20 or something. Tedesco got over, 38-20. Cody Ramsey got a fucking beautiful try, 38-26. And then a try to Sawali was 42, and then Momorowski, 48, and then obviously Tedesco scored with about a minute to go. Fuck, I'll tell you what, it's a weird old game. The Dragons, they were down 12-0. They got in front at 14-12 at half-time, and then the Roosters got going, and then the Dragons hit back for Ramsey, and it was only a 12-point game. And then the Roosters in that last 20 minutes just went fucking bang, 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 bang. They went in for the kill. The Aaron Wood sin bin, I think it really did hurt the Dragons. And Kate, I agree with you in the chat, mate. You're not wrong. The sin bin from Aaron Woods did affect the Dragons, and they scored about 3 or 4 tries in that period. The Roosters, I think they scored about 3 tries while Woods was off the field. So the Dragons did not cope well with the 12 on 13 advantage, but they ended up getting the result in the end, and that's all that mattered. But I guess with the Dragons as well, something needs to be said about them. Like, you can't be conceding 54 points. If you're leading at half time, 14-12, you can't be getting your ass kicked 54-26. It just can't happen. I think it was a 40-point second half on the Roosters, which is unheard of. You don't see teams scoring 40 points in one half of football unless it's Penrith versus Gold Coast or some bullshit like that. But fuck, man. Roosters were due for one of these big games where they bounced back and had a bit of a statement, and today was the day, and fuck, they delivered big time, the Roosters. But good on the Roosters. You know, they go back, I think they go to ninth on the ladder now with Manly winning earlier. That gets Manly in the 8, but the Roosters, they go back in the top 8, and, well, they were in the top 8, but I think they're a good chance of making finals down the Roosters. That was a really big win for them this afternoon, so credit to them. My top 3 players on the ground from the contest, I would go number 3, I'll go Victor Radley. Number 2, I'll go James Tedesco. Number 1, I'll go Joseph Manu. Every time Joseph Manu had the ball, we looked dangerous. So Joseph Manu is my man in the match, and the Roosters too good over the Dragons there, 54 points to 26. We'll go to the next game. Hello, Yoza. Hope you're well, mate. Manly Seagulls 42, Newcastle Knights 12. Now, this was a really competitive game early on. It was a hang on. This Manly Newcastle was quite similar to the Roosters Dragons for a while there, and then when Manly got going, there was no stopping them, especially in that second half there. Manly was so clinical in that second half. So Manly got up to a good start there. Koala scoring the first try of the game. He's a good player, Koala. Love watching him play. He scores the first try. Adam McLean hits back for Newcastle. Adam McLean scoring a try is extremely rare, so it was good on Cologne. I think it was 6-all at that point. And then Saab went over for Manly, ran about, I think they made a break there. I think they made a break down the left-hand side there, and back on the inside was Saab. So, half-time, I think it was, 14-6, because they got that penalty goal before half-time, because Milford got binned for a professional foul in game 250 or whatever it was, 200 for Milford. So, half-time, Manly 14-6. Newcastle hit back in the second half straight away. Caleb Ponga went over and scored. A brilliant try, by the way. So Manly, 14-12. And then Saab got his double. So Manly go to 20-12. And then Olaka Watu went over. I think it was 24-12 Manly. The conversion was missed. So it was only a 12-point game with 20 minutes to go. And then Andrew Davey went over and scored a brilliant try. And there was one of Christian Tupulotu on the wing. And then Croker got one as well. And full-time Manly, 42-12 over Newcastle. I think you can officially put a red pen for the Knights. They will not play finals football. They're done. Newcastle are not playing finals. They're done. Put a red pen for the Knights. Their season is over. As for the Seagulls, I think they're getting closer and closer to cementing a final spot. They're playing great footy. Their best player, Tommy Turbo, is out for the year, as we know, and they still look so good, Manly. They still look really good, even without him. I did say a while ago when Tom got injured, I said it'll take Manly about 4 or 5 weeks to learn how to play without Tom, and they'll be fine, and that's what they've done. It's taken a while, but they have adapted without Tommy Turbo, and they are learning how to play without him, and they still look like a good side. I don't think they're a contender or anything like that. I think they're a good chance of making the finals. Whether they do anything or not remains to be seen. I don't reckon they'll go far if they do get there, but a very good win for Manly, especially at home, and it's one that Newcastle can look back on and say, well, they're fucked. I think Newcastle's done for the season now. I can't see them making the 8. I think their season's over. This is probably the game I didn't see much of. Like, I did see a bit of it, but I probably saw more of the Roosters game than I did this one. Obviously, I was at the Titans-Broncos game tonight. I did do a vlog, and that'll be coming out probably tomorrow. I didn't see a lot of this game, but I saw a little bit. But I'd say top 3 players on ground from the game that I saw. I'll go number 3, I'll go Jason Saab. Number 2, I'll go Ola Kawatu. And number 1, man of the match, I'll go DCE. DCE, I thought he had a good game. So I'll go Cherry Evans, man of the match. Manly 2, good for the Knights. And final game that I was at, Titans and Broncos. Broncos 16, Titans 12. There was 19,000 people at the ground tonight. It was a decent crowd. And believe it or not, there were more Broncos supporters than Gold Coast supporters. And people want to say Titans fans come out for the big game. Fuck me. I was at Robina this afternoon there, and there wasn't a lot of advertisement for the game. The advertisement for the game in general was quite poor. I was all over the Gold Coast today. I was in Broadbeach, Service Paradise, Miami, Burleigh. I was everywhere in the Gold Coast today. I was at fucking Varsity Lakes. Where else was I? I was everywhere. I was all over the Gold Coast, and the advertisement for this game was quite poor. So pretty disappointing that the advertisement was that poor. You got 27,000 people that you can fit in there. You get 19,000 for a so-called rivalry. It's not a fucking rivalry game. If it is, it's fucking tiny at best. There were more Broncos fans than Titans fans, and this is supposed to be a Titans home game. It's so disappointing. I know the Titans are going dog shit, but fuck, man. Where's their fans at? 8,000 members. Fucking pathetic. Anyway, it was a good game. It was a pretty decent game of football. I mean, I've been to better games, obviously. This one was... It was an okay game. I wouldn't say it was a... I wouldn't say it was a quality game or an elite game of football by any means, but I thought it was a... It was a pretty good game. It was solid. It was a solid game of football. Broncos did not play at their best. The Titans, well, the fact that they couldn't win. Brisbane were pretty ordinary, and the Gold Coast still couldn't win. It's disappointing that the Gold Coast still can't find a way to win games. They fucking... I guess I just don't understand them. The Gold Coast, I don't get it. I want to give a mention to the young kid on debut for the Gold Coast, Sasufa Fafita. I thought he had a great game. On the wing there on debut, I thought he was very good. Fucking Tino. You will see in the vlog, I did say something about Tino. I did go off of Tino. Alright, let's just get into the review. So, first 25 minutes of this game was pretty scrappy. The Titans had all of the ball. They couldn't score for their life. Their attack was dreadful. Their attack was quite hard to watch. Brisbane had a few chances, but they kept overdoing their plays. Ball kept hitting the ground, and some of their last tackle options were reasonable, but they weren't getting much results for it. Titans had a lot of chances early on, but they couldn't score. And then they put a grubber kick through there, the Gold Coast, and Tanner Boyd, of all people, I don't know who the fuck would have backed him. Tanner Boyd went over and scored the first try, 5-8 there, and Titans got out to a good start there at 6-0. And then it was pretty fucking... It was a bit of a grind there, and with about 10 seconds till half-time, Deloise Hoyter for the Broncos went over and scored in that left wing, and I'm going, fuck, that's a big try before half-time. Reynolds converts it. We get to half-time at 6 apiece, 6-all. And it was quite... back. I thought it was at a half-time, 6-all. I thought the Titans should have been up by more. They had all the ball. They dominated most of the game in that first half. And it was only 6-6. I thought in the Gold Coast, with the amount of ball they had, they should have been up by about 8 to 10 points at half-time, but the scores were level, so I knew the Broncos were a massive chance. I was going, well, fuck, man, they've had all the ball, the Titans, they have 55% possession. Brisbane have had nothing, and it's 6-6. It's just crazy how that works. We get to the second half there, and Probably the most controversial moment of the game. Jamin Jolliffe's try. Look, I'm not sure what everyone saw on TV, but I'm telling you right now, Jamin Jolliffe did not get that ball down. I believe he was held up. I thought it was a really tough decision against the Broncos there. I can't believe the Jolliffe try was actually awarded, but they gave it to him. And the Titans go out to a 12-6 lead, and everybody was pissed off. No one was happy about it. I know that it's the Titans' home ground, but everyone that I was near were quite upset about that decision. Everyone thought it was bullshit. Anyway, the Broncos had to bounce back, and they did that through my man Jordan Pereira, JP. He went over and scored, and a lot of people thought it was double movement, but it was all momentum. He bounced off the ground and scored. There was no second effort there. It was just momentum that got him over. Reynolds missed a conversion, surprisingly. Titans were up 12 points to 10, and it was still pretty much game on, anyone's game at this point. And then, well, another controversial decision. The no try to Zach Hosking, the Broncos' left edge back rower. He was denied a try for double movement. Again, bullshit decision. The crowd was pissed. Everyone that I was right near were really fucking pissed off. I thought it was a really tough decision. Anyway, it didn't take long because in the 54th minute, Adam Reynolds got a try for the Broncos to get them in front for the very first time of the game. Reynolds goes over for a try. Broncos take the lead 16-12. The amount of times where Hosking made a breakthrough on the left-hand side, and he had Ezra Mann on the inside a couple of times along with Tessie New, and how Ezra Mann or Tessie New did not score a try tonight is beyond me. If Hosking just finds an offload, Ezra Mann scores a try, and I think Tessie New scores one as well, but it wasn't to be for them. But anyway, Brisbane had a few chances to extend the lead, and then obviously a few things went against them. As for the Gold Coast, they had a few chances there, but as I said before, their attack was dreadful. It was in slow motion, and some of their attack was just fucked. Anyway, about 10 seconds to go. Titans have got to go, 60 metres, and they put a chip and chase or whatever, and doesn't go their way, and the Broncos hold on, and they get the win, 16-12 over the Gold Coast. Decent game of football. Broncos did not play amazing. They still had a few out to Brisbane, and they still win. They had no Cobbo. They had no Herbie Farmworth, no Tamaro Martin, no Payne Haas, no Paddy Carrigan, no Kurt Capewell. They had so many players out, and they still managed to beat the Gold Coast. Says a lot about the Gold Coast, doesn't it? They are a poor team, and Tino was there, and he backed up from Origin. David Fafita, very quiet from Fafita. I thought if there was one game he'd get up for, I thought it'd be this one, but yeah, he was quiet, very quiet. My hang on, it's damn phone. My top three players on ground from the Titans and Broncos game. Obviously, I was there, and everyone's got a different, I guess, aspect of who their top three players were. But for me, number three, I will go with. I thought Keenan Palacia had a really good game in the front row. I thought Palacia was very good tonight. So Palacia, my number three. Number two, I'd give it to Tessie New at fullback. I thought he had a really good game at fullback. Tessie New. And number one, man the match. I'm giving it to Adam Reynolds. I thought his kicking game tonight was very good. I thought his game management was very good, and his control was good. And if Reynolds didn't play tonight, I don't reckon the Broncos would have won. His kicking game was very important. So Adam Reynolds is my man of the match in the Broncos 16-12 win over the Gold Coast. It was a good night up there. I had a lot of fun, and it was fucking freezing cold, I tell you. Once it hit 8 o'clock, it got really cold really quick. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm absolutely fucked here. I'm so tired. I'm buggered. Got no energy left now. It's been a long day. I've been up there since fucking 11 a.m. and I'm gonna get some sleep and look forward to Sunday football tomorrow. But just so you guys know, there will be a vlog coming out for the Titans Broncos. Probably tomorrow or something, maybe Monday. I could do it tomorrow, but I'll work it out tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow or Monday anyway. Anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed the little Saturday football review I did on my phone here. I'm getting out of here. I got no energy left to do anything but sleep. But everyone, like and subscribe. Do all that awesome shit that you all do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night, eh?